Hello everyone, welcome back to Old Coin Explorer. If you have a 2010 United Kingdom 20 pence coin like the one shown in this video, you may be wondering whether it is an ordinary 20p or a valuable collector's coin. Today on Old Coins Explorer, we are taking a close look at this Elizabeth II 2010 20 pence coin and separating real facts from viral internet claims. This coin is especially interesting because British 20p coins have a famous error variety that has been widely discussed by collectors. However, the first thing we need to establish is whether the coin in our photographs is actually that famous error. The answer is important because not every 20p coin from this period is rare or worth hundreds of pounds. The coin shown here clearly carries the date 2010, which immediately gives us an important clue about its identity. The Royal Mint confirms that the famous undated 20p error happened during the 2008 design transition, not as a normal 2010 issue. So, stay with us as we examine its design, history, specifications, mintage, rarity, condition, and possible collector value. We will also explain the famous undated 20p story so you can understand why some videos make extraordinary claims about these coins. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what your 2010 British 20p coin really is and what features could make a coin more interesting to collectors. Identifying the coin. The coin shown in the photographs is a United Kingdom 20 pence coin dated 2010, featuring Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse. Its denomination is 20 pence, which means its official face value is 20 pence in British sterling currency. The coin belongs to the modern royal shield design introduced for the 20p denomination from 2008 onward. The date 2010 can be seen on the Queen's portrait side, beneath the portrait area, and this is a key identifying feature. The portrait used on this coin is the fourth portrait of Queen Elizabeth II used on British circulating coins. That portrait was designed by Ian Rank-Broadley FRBS, whose Elizabeth II portrait appeared on UK coins from 1998 through 2015. On the reverse is part of the Royal Shield of Arms, designed by Matthew Dent for the redesigned British coinage. The words 20 pence appear around the outer part of the reverse design. The coin has the distinctive seven-sided curved shape associated with British 20p coins, technically an equilateral curved heptagon. This unusual shape was selected partly to make the coin easy to distinguish from other denominations and suitable for use in vending machines. Technical specifications. The standard British 20p coin has a diameter of approximately 21.4 millimeters, making it a relatively compact circulating denomination. Its standard weight is 5.0 grams, while its thickness is approximately 1.7 millimeters. The Royal Mint lists the composition as cupro-nickel, consisting of approximately 84% copper and 16% nickel. This combination gives the coin its familiar silvery appearance while providing durability for everyday circulation. Unlike some British denominations, the standard 20p has a plain edge, rather than a reeded or lettered edge. The denomination was first introduced into British circulation on June 9, 1982, making the 2010 coin part of a long-running series. The Royal Mint explains that the 20p was introduced partly to reduce the number of heavier 10p coins needed in everyday transactions. Its seven-sided curved shape also helps distinguish it from similarly sized coins when handling money without looking directly at it. The Royal Mint states that the 20p is legal tender for payments of up to £10. These specifications are important because a genuine 2010 20p should broadly match the official dimensions, weight, composition, and shape of the standard issue. The Queen Elizabeth II obverse. Now let us examine the obverse, or head side, of this coin in more detail. The portrait shows Queen Elizabeth II facing to the right, as was standard for her British coin portraits. The lettering around the portrait reads Elizabeth II DG Reg FD, which is an abbreviated Latin inscription used on British coinage. The abbreviation refers to Elizabeth II as Queen by the grace of God and Defender of the Faith. The portrait was created by Ian Rank-Broadley and was used on British circulating coins for many years. On the coin in your photographs, the portrait and surrounding lettering show considerable signs of circulation and surface wear. There are visible marks, scratches, and areas of reduced detail, which are normal characteristics of a coin that has spent time in circulation. The date 2010 is visible beneath the portrait, and this is one of the most important details for identifying this particular example. Because the date is present, this coin should not be confused with the famous dateless 20p mule produced during the earlier 2008 transition. For collectors, the condition of the portrait, lettering, rim, and date can have a major influence on how attractive the coin is considered. The Royal Shield Reverse. The reverse side of this 2010 20p features a section of the Royal Shield, which was part of Matthew Dent's major redesign of British circulating coinage. The redesign was introduced in 2008 and placed individual sections of the Royal Shield across several denominations. When the coins are viewed together, the different denominations can be combined to reveal the complete Royal Shield design. The 20p therefore forms one specific part of a larger design concept rather than showing the complete coat of arms by itself. The reverse carries the denomination 20 pence, clearly identifying the monetary value of the coin. The design is quite different from the older 20p reverse that featured the crowned Tudor rose. The Royal Mint identifies Matthew Dent as the reverse designer for the 20p design used from 2008 to 2022. The coin in the photographs appears to have normal wear across the shield and surrounding fields, consistent with a circulated example. There is nothing in the photographs that by itself proves a spectacular minting error or a major variety. Collectors should therefore concentrate on genuine differences in design, date, die characteristics, and confirmed minting errors rather than unusual-looking wear. Mintage and rarity. One of the most important questions for collectors is how many 2010 20p coins were actually produced. Available numismatic records list approximately 112,875,500 circulation strike 2010 20p coins for this design. That is a very large production figure, so the ordinary 2010 circulating version should not automatically be considered a rare coin. The existence of a date does not make this coin rare by itself, because the standard 2010 issue was produced in substantial numbers. There were also smaller quantities associated with collector quality or special production categories, according to numismatic records. This is why it is important to distinguish between mintage, rarity, condition, and error status when estimating a coin's value. A coin can be old without being rare, and a coin can be common in circulation but still become desirable if it contains a genuine major mint error. The 2010 20p shown here is a normal dated example based on the visible characteristics in the photographs. Its normal status means its starting point is its face value rather than the very high prices sometimes associated with famous British era coins. Collectors should never assume that every 20p from around 2008 to 2010 is automatically one of the valuable varieties. The famous undated 20p error. Now we come to the most important viral story connected with British 20p coins, the famous undated 20p mule. This error happened during the redesign of British coinage in 2008, when the position of the date on the 20p was changed. According to the Royal Mint, some coins were accidentally produced using the old obverse with the new reverse design. Because of this incorrect combination of dies, the resulting coins had no date on either side. The Royal Mint states that fewer than 250,000 affected coins were involved out of approximately 136 million 20p pieces minted during the relevant 2008-09 period. This type of mismatched die combination is known as a mule, and it became one of the best-known modern British coin errors. Reports at the time described these coins as highly collectible, and some examples were advertised or sold for prices far above their 20p face value. But here is the crucial point for the coin shown in this video. Your coin has the date 2010 visible. Therefore, it does not match the defining feature of the famous undated 2008 20p mule. So, claims that this particular dated 2010 coin is automatically worth hundreds or thousands simply because it is a 20p should be treated with extreme caution. Condition and possible value. The condition of a coin is another major factor that collectors consider when assessing its desirability. Your photographs show a coin with noticeable surface wear, marks, and loss of some finer details from circulation. This means the example shown does not appear to be a pristine, untouched, brilliant, uncirculated coin. For an ordinary 2010 20p, circulated condition generally does not create a dramatic premium over the 20p face value. Numismatic price guides also show that ordinary 2010 examples can remain close to face value, depending on grade and market. A genuinely high-grade example can be more attractive to collectors, particularly if it has strong original surfaces and sharp details. A confirmed mint error can be much more significant than ordinary scratches, dents, stains, or damage caused after the coin left the mint. This distinction is extremely important because many damaged coins are mistakenly described online as mint errors. For the coin in your photographs, I would not assign a spectacular value merely from the visible appearance, and professional authentication would be needed before making a major valuation claim. In other words, this is an interesting collectible British 20p, but the photographs do not provide evidence that it is a rare jackpot coin. Final verdict for viewers. So, what is the final verdict on the 2010 Elizabeth II 20 pence coin shown in this video? It is a genuine-looking 2010 United Kingdom 20p denomination, featuring Elizabeth II on the obverse and the Royal Shield design on the reverse. The coin has the standard 7-sided curved shape, cupro-nickel composition, 21.4 mm diameter, and 5 gram standard weight. The recorded circulation mintage of around 112.9 million pieces means that the ordinary dated 2010 issue is not considered an exceptionally rare circulating coin. Most importantly, the date 2010 is clearly present, so this example should not be confused with the famous dateless 2008 mule. That famous error is valuable because of the incorrect combination of old and new dies, not simply because it is a 20p coin from the same general period. If you own one of these coins, check both sides carefully for genuine die errors, unusual missing details, or other confirmed varieties before assuming it is valuable. Also remember that condition, authenticity, provenance, and actual collector demand can all affect the final market price. The best lesson from this coin is that viral coin stories should always be checked against official mint information and reliable numismatic references. And if you enjoyed this detailed investigation, stay connected with Old Coins Explorer for more British coins, rare varieties, mint errors, historical pieces, and honest value. Thanks for watching.